Growing evidence emphasizes the risk of excessive sitting for adults, but it turns out that they are not the only one at risk, as children spend over 60% of their day sedentary. While only an estimate, children sit about 8.5 hours a day. In addition, it is believed that activity levels decline after the age 8, particularly among girls. A group of researchers decided to do a little research on a group of girls to see whether sitting is as harmful to their health as it appears to be to adults. In adults, excessive sitting constricts the arteries in the legs, which in turn impedes blood flow, increases blood pressure, and leads to development of heart disease over time. At the beginning of the study, all of the girls had healthy arterial function. But there was a significant reduction in vascular function after sitting for 3 hours, watching movies or playing on tablets. Arterial dilation fell by 33%, which is alarming if we take into consideration the fact that 1% decline in vascular function increases heart disease risk by 13% in adults. When the girls returned to the lab, their artery function had gone back to normal. When the sitting was interrupted by 10-minute cycling session, no decline in vascular function was noted. It is recommended to advise kids to stay active, given that no one knows how sitting for a prolonged period of time affects kids' health. According to Dr. Ali McManus, an associate professor of pediatric exercise physiology at the University of British Columbia in Kelowna, it seems clear from our results that children should not sit for prolonged, uninterrupted periods of time. The Mind Unleashed presented an important description of what happens in various areas of your body after prolonged sitting. Organ damage. Heart. The blood flow is slower and the muscles burn less fat when you sit, which makes the fatty acids more likely to clog the heart. According to a research published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology, women who sit more than 10 hours daily are at higher risk of developing heart disease when compared to those who sit 5 hours or less. Pancreas. The body's ability to respond to insulin responds after a day of excessive sitting, which leads to increased production of insulin by the pancreas. Colon cancer. Although the mechanism is not fully understood, excess sitting may increase the risk of colon, breast, and endometrial cancers. It is believed that excess insulin production encourages cell growth. Digestion. Sitting down after eating compresses the abdominal contents, leading to slower digestion. This eventually leads to cramping, heartburn, constipation, bloating, and dysbiosis, a condition caused by microbial imbalance in the body. According to Microbial Ecology in Health and Disease. Brain damage. Sedentary lifestyle slows down the function of the brain, which gets less fresh oxygen and blood, needed for the release of brain-enhancing chemicals. Posture problems. Strained neck and shoulders. Holding the head forward while working at a computer leads to strains to the cervical vertebrae, as well as permanent imbalances, mostly manifested by neck strain, sore shoulders, and back. Hip problems. Excess sitting affects the hips, which become tight and limited in range of motion. As for elderly individuals, decreased hip mobility is the major cause of falls. Leg disorders. Varicose veins. Sitting is directly linked to poor circulation in the legs, which in turn causes varicose veins and swelling in the ankles. Weak bones. Any physical activity, such as walking or running, leads to stronger bones, while lack of activity causes weak bones and even osteoporosis.